I used to focus on what I was doing, constantly adjusting strategy, tools, and timing. But nothing really clicked until I got clear on why I was doing it. Once I shifted the energy behind my actions, everything began to align. Hello, everyone. I'm out here in Comitan, Chiapas, in Mexico, with a beautiful background and beautiful scenery. And today's video, I'd like to share about intention. And let's start off with intention being the seed of creation. Every action begins with an energetic imprint, and intention is the invisible force behind everything that we do. Before something becomes physical, it lives in intention first. And to go a little bit deeper, intention is a frequency. It's not just a thought. What are you looking to achieve? How do you want to feel? How do you want others to feel? How do you want the situation to unfold? So getting really clear with why you're doing something helps the universe understand what it is you're looking to achieve, and it presents the proper pathways to achieving your goals. Two different people can do the same action, yet achieve completely different results. The key here is the intention. For example, if two people were to take a course and they invested a lot of money, and one person had the proper intention aligned, and the other person just did it to do it because they thought it was the right move to get to the next level. One person can achieve extreme success, while the other can just let the course be another thing, right? The next thing. And this is where the key is. The more clear we are with our intention of what we're looking to achieve, how we want to feel, how we want the others around us to feel, that's when we start to have that dialogue with the universe. And it's not just our thoughts, and it's not just our words. It's the energy behind it that really starts to speak the language of the universe and start to present the opportunities to get us to what we're looking to achieve. As we become more clear with our intention, it's more clear of the order that you're putting with the universe. So, okay, this is what you want. This is how you want to feel. Perfect. Here's a potential pathways to achieve what you're looking to accomplish. You can think of actions as being a leaf falling from a tree. And intention is the force of the wind that carries it where it needs to go, where it's going to go. If we do action without any intention, the leaf is just going to go whichever direction that the wind takes it. But once we start to align with intention, then we can guide that leaf towards a destination that we're looking to get to. And with this comes a powerful understanding that results often come from focus, not so much from effort. I'm guilty of it as well. I've gone through plenty of times where I just lock in and I just energetically go hard on the things that I should do, that I'm told that I should do, the actions, the steps, the strategies, and felt like honestly I wasn't getting anywhere. But once I really started to understand the power of intention and that clarity, then things really started to shift, right? And I started to work through different beliefs that I had. Like, you have to work hard to be successful. Work smarter, not harder, right? Be more direct. And things can work in a way that's more efficiently outside of what you understood, right? So intention is that driving force that really is a catalyst in our process of creation. And as you begin to settle with this information, you start to understand intention's more integrated with who you're being, not so much what you're doing. And as we begin to embody this more in our day-to-day life, it becomes super evident that intention directs attention. So bringing back the example of the leaf in the wind, without intention, we are just that, a leaf in the wind, being blown around different circumstances, maybe triggering us, maybe making us change course because we don't have that intention to really anchor us in and have us in our fortitude, understanding this is the direction that I'm going. This is what I'm looking to achieve. And as distractions come with the intention being so focused and pure and that piercing energy, it's not wavered by anything that may happen around you. There's this determination, this faith that we have cultivated, that we understand that we're going in this direction. It might not be exactly in the way that we think. However, the sight on the end game is clear. So we keep moving in that direction. Even if the wind takes us a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, we're still moving forward. And as obstacles present themselves, our mind is open to finding a way through it. Okay, a big tree falls on our path. Okay, can I climb over it? No. Can I go around it? Okay, no. Can I dig under it? There's different options that present themselves because you still know where you're going. Intention acts as an anchor for our focus and allows us to move forward with clarity. The goal is to get to a point where we are intentional in our life. In every moment, that presence is piercing. A tool that helped me get to a better state in understanding this is to be reflective. You know, we can kind of break it up towards bigger action. Before a bigger action, pause and ask yourself, am I doing this out of fear, Am I doing this out of guilt, out of pressure, or is this being done out of truth and alignment and what feels right for me? This helps recalibrate the whole situation. And if you catch yourself doing something out of fear, pressure, or any lower vibration energy, then you can really start to pause and go inward and see where it stems from. But more than anything, it acts as a quick recalibration. It's like, okay, well, I'm doing this out of fear. Now let's kind of shift. What is it that I'm looking to move towards as opposed to what I'm looking to move away from? Shift in thought, perception, energy goes a long way. So as I was sharing before, intention is just really clarity, energetically speaking. As an example, okay, I have to drive to the city. When I'm in Chicagoland area, I usually stay in the suburb just north, which typically is 15, 20-minute drive. However, when there's traffic, it's about at least an hour. So there have been times where I go into it and I resist it so much just because of sitting in traffic. So what's that energy that I'm emitting? That's seeping into my intention that, oh, it's going to be long, it's going to take forever, blah, blah, blah. So then that starts to affect my reality, my state of being, my mood. So a little shift that I do there is like, okay, well, I'm going to go on this drive. It's 4 or 5 o'clock. There's probably going to be a lot of traffic. So I'm going to be intentional about this. I'm going to go on this drive. I'm going to put on an audiobook. I'm going to connect with this audiobook. I'm going to learn. I'm going to feel great. And just starting to set the stage for a enjoyable experience. This is completely in my power. This is, again, coming into the state of being a reality creator and choosing how you want your experience to be. I can go into it also annoyed and be like, oh man, there's gonna be so much traffic. And then guess what? The universe responds. Apart from the traffic, I start to catch every red light. And then that just starts to annoy me more. And what's the energy that I'm emitting when I'm in that annoyed state? Okay, so I'm more reactive to people. Then I make them feel bad. I feel bad, right? And it's just this uncontrolled state of being where you're just reactive. You're reacting to everything around you. And with having clear intention, we get to have the ability to step into the role of responding. And once we are in the state of being responsive, we don't react. We see things, and instead of going in a specific direction with it, whether like, oh, I didn't like that, go into anger, it's like, okay, what's really moving here? What's really happening? And just creating that little bit of space helps us align and choose how we want to move through any given situation. So in the space of being able to create a little bit of distance between yourself and the reaction and connecting with your intention, that's the state of the inner master. We're able to create that space, kind of reassess, is it aligned with what we want, with our intention of this specific situation? If it's not, okay, how can I move through this to get it back on track? And that's where your power comes from with the inner master. So little examples of shifts you can do in your day-to-day life, even with just intention. I want to feel peace. That's one intention. It's not a bad one, but we can get even more clear. I choose to show up as a version of myself that feels peace. So energetically and vibrationally, you're connecting to that version of you that already exists, that already experiences peace, and you're bringing that to you in this moment. You're embodying those feelings of peace, and just by embodying it, it affects everything around you. You start to feel it naturally. I remember one of my practices with meditation, every morning and every evening, I connect with what I'm looking to create in this life, and more in particular with that version of myself. And in that meditation, I don't just go through like the qualities of that person that they have. I feel it. This version of Ricardo is confident. He's patient. He's loving. And as I begin to say all these characteristics that I embody, I feel it. And as I do, I notice in myself that after that, I carry that throughout the day. I'm emanating that from within, and it already starts to affect the reality around me. And it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful practice, and it's a very powerful one. So as we connect our intention with the embodiment of that version of ourselves, it just starts to transform reality around us. And to bring it all together, clear intentions equal clear results. Intentions can be mixed with fear, desire, ego, and even soul. And as we start to understand that and really get into clean and clear intention, rooted in trust, in clarity, and alignment, that's when we start to step into our full potential as creators and really start to manipulate the reality around us. And just to clarify a little bit more, intention is not about control. It's about sacred clarity and direction. And one final prompt I'd like to share with you all to kind of reflect upon is understanding what is my deeper why. That is something that's like jet fuel. Once we get to the emotional core level of why we want to do something, why we want to accomplish something, that acts as fuel for the intention to move forward with power. And just to connect that on more of a spiritual level, we'll say that is the heart, your why, being connected with your mind, the what. So what is it that I'm looking to achieve? Mentally, I can vision it. And then once I connect to the why, that's the heart, the emotional factor, that's the fuel to get there. And when moments can get challenging, when those challenging moments may present themselves, more than likely they will, we have that why to lean back on and to lean into and feel and get that surge of energy to get back up and let's keep moving forward. Everything begins with intention. So if you want a different result, start with a different energy. Because when you move with intention, life doesn't just respond, it aligns. If you're looking to move forward with more clear intentions and alignment, feel free to sign up for my weekly newsletter in the description below. Also, if you're looking to go a little bit deeper and want to work one-on-one, I also have a link to my Calendly below. Please click the link, schedule a call, and we can discuss some potential principles or practices that you can apply to your day-to-day life to really help you get into that state of clarity to move forward with conviction. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If it resonated, please like and subscribe. And until next time, family, hausch hausch.